Look at that. Mother of 4 raped on way home from pub. I bet you left the kids fend for themselves.
Then they wonder why there's accidents in the home. Kids playing with matches, leaving things switched on.
It doesn't say how old the kids are.
They'll be protecting her. She'll be surrounded by all kinds of social workers. And it all comes off the rates.
Sounds like a bad attack, though.
She divorced.
Doesn't say.
Be a boyfriend. She'll have let him on in the pub. He'll have bought her all kinds of drinks and she's turned him down on the way home.
What makes you say that, Harry?
It's happening all the time. What sort of a world we're living in at all? Not like in our day.
Ah, shocking. I don't know where it's all going to end. Anyway, let's cheer ourselves up here and plan the day.
Right, for a start, you can give me that paper if you've finished with it. And I wouldn't say no to another pot of tea.
Says the police are appealing for witnesses. Anyone who saw the woman walking down Miller's Lane on the night of the attack.
Miller's Lane? What was she doing walking down there on her own? She's got no complaint. She's brought that on herself.
You've got no right to say this.
Who?
What? About me mum.
God, it's not in the paper. They haven't put a name in, have they, love?
Oh, but they shouldn't have printed anything at all, should they?
Hey, come on. Don't go all weak on me, babe. I'm relying on you, aren't I?
It's just another story. So have a look at the state sheet.
Yeah, come on, love. Be nice and strong for me. We've got to put your mum through this lot, love, haven't we? Mother of 4 raped on way home from pub, eh? Next to a half-naked model there, smiling out at the world. That's the last time that rubbish comes in this house.
Where did they get it from? I thought it was supposed to be a secret.
Where did they get anything from? From the police, I suppose. Oh, God, it's a terrible business, all of this. But look, we daren't go under for your mum's sake. It's just one article. Tomorrow, they'll have dug something else out of the gutter.
That's a business I was hoping to go into.
Well, you should, and you will, so learn from that.
I couldn't do anything like that. Who do they write these things for, anyway?
You're best forgetting about it, love, aren't you? Look, your mum will be up in a minute. Just act as normal as you can, eh?
Have you found our van?
Not that I know of.
Oh, what a mess. When are you going to let him out?
That's not for me to say. I have some questions need answering. We can do it here or in town. If there's somewhere private here, it'd save time.
Well, we don't know nothing.
Well, you can't say that till I've asked you the questions, can you?
We'll talk here, together or separate.
Separate?
Oh, stay here, I'll go up to my room. Look, he might be a bit hot-headed, but he's all right, really.
Who is?
Pat Hancock.
Perhaps we can talk later, sir. Is he a bit hot-headed, but all right, really?
Is that meant to be a specific question?
What's the setup here?
Quite straightforward. 3 of us share a house.
And you share a room with Hancock?
I used to, I don't anymore.
You've fallen out, have you?
There's nothing unusual about that. It happens to couples all the time. I've heard it even happens to married couples.
So I hear. So you fell out on Wednesday night and you haven't seen him since?
As you well know. I've spoken to him on the phone, though.
And you're friends again?
Yes.
But you haven't moved back into his room?
No, I haven't moved back into his room. What's all this about, exactly?
It's about somebody making a vicious attack on a woman.
You think it might have been Pat?
To you?
I don't know anything about it.
Hancock's unemployed, isn't he?
Sort of.
You both used to work at the hospital, didn't you?
That's right.
Why was he sacked? Something to do with a fight, wasn't it?
That's past history. What's this got to do with anything? Be more specific.
All right. On Wednesday night, when Hancock stormed out and got blind drunk, was the row of a sexual nature?
Now, hang on a minute.
Well, he did want me to be specific.
We had a row, just like any other couple.
He has a mark on his cheek. Did you do that to him?
Don't know. Might have done.
You might have attacked him, but you can't remember.
I might have scratched him when I was defending myself.
Oh, he was attacking you.
It wasn't quite like that.
What was it like, then? A playful romp that got out of hand? Or do you like to play rough together?
The hell do you mean by that?
Just tell me exactly what happened immediately before Hancock stormed out.
All right, Queen.
Yeah, all right. Had some breakfast, Mum. In a minute, love.
Did you sleep any better?
Not so bad. I must get some cream and some nappy liners for Claire. OK. Jo must concentrate on getting her potty trained. I'm sure the rest of you were at her age.
Can't remember.
Neither can I.
You were never here, love, were you? You're always working. Where's our Damon?
It's over at Neil's.
Do you want any more to eat?
Oh, no. Here, I'll get it, Mum.
Yeah, I'll let Karen do it, she.
I've not suddenly become disabled, you know.
OK, she. OK.
Thanks a lot, mate. Oh, Bill. Sit down.
Is it then?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's almost new.
Well, go on then, have a look around. Hey, what about this then, eh?
What is this?
Well, if I'm on site and I'm getting a hard time, I just go, beam me up, Scotty, and away you go.
Don't talk soft. What is this?
It's me bleeper. When I'm on call, you ring the thing up and it tells me which number to ring, sort the problem out.
That's like doctors and that have.
That's right, girl. Join the professionals now, you know.
And will I be able to get hold of you when you're down the pub?
No, you might jam me frequency, block off an important call. You better not, love.
Hey, Dad, it's great.
And it's free, that's what's great about it.
Petrol and everything.
Well, only for work.
What's that?
It's for when your dad's needed for an emergency. A number lights up and he has to phone it to find out where the job is.
And they pay half the phone bill. It's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause the money you'll be on.
And don't you get ideas about the chat line? I don't think that phone bill doesn't matter, 'cause it does, you know.
She knows. Are you going to run us into town then?
What for?
Me and Tracy are going shopping.
I can't, Mum. I promised to see Tina.
Oh, all right. I'll tell you what you can do, though.
What's that?
Run round to the phone box and try ringing your dad's bleeper.
Oh, don't be daft.
Hey, we can phone from ours.
It's not the same. I want to see if it works. Go on, and I'll treat you from town. Give her the number to ring, Billy.
You got any outstanding work to be done?
No, not urgent.
Oh, Karen, I thought I told you to get rid of it, love.
I thought I had. What do you reckon?
Some more busies.
But what are they after?
Search me.
Don't say that.
Oh, sound at the moment.
Except for the garage, we should never have taken those bent bricks.
They're not bent. They're perfectly shaped. Rick?
Not Pat. Never.
Somebody must say that every time somebody is suspected.
But we're talking about rape. That's different.
And who, in your opinion, would? Exactly. You can't say who would or wouldn't.
We were talking about Pat, your bloke.
He's not my bloke anymore.
This is more serious than you think.
What is?
Well, just 'cause you've fallen out with him, there's no need to go slagging him off to everybody. And he could get sent down forever.
You don't want us to believe I'd be that spiteful.
I can't believe you'd think it was him, not for 1 second.
Think about it. I had to fight him off the other night, the same night the rape happened.
Yeah, but he said he was sorry, didn't he?
Also said he got blind drunk and he couldn't remember what he'd been up to. You sit beside him in the van every day, ogling the females as they go by. To you, he's just a regular guy. But he's got a violent streak.
OK, well, we know he's used his fists in the past, but rape's different. I mean, there's no need to rape anybody.
No need to rape anybody. It's not just down to sexual desire, you know. It's about dominance and aggression. Pat was heading that way.
In town, mate.
Just broke up, have you?
Left?
Oh? Have you got a job?
No, I'll be all right, though. What are you going to do, then?
A-levels next year.
I didn't fancy them. Thanks again.
You don't know where they are, do you?
I don't know. What are you expecting, you?
No. I just called round on the off chance. Our Scott's staying here and my dad said he was giving them a hard time. He's probably just being himself. Thought I'd come to see how the new wife was coping.
You sound as if you might enjoy it.
Not really. I just wonder when she'll realise there's more to it than looking good all the time.
Now you sound a bit jealous.
Oh, you don't think you've anything to be jealous of, do you?
Probably not. How are you going to spend the holidays, then?
Don't know. This and that, larks in the park, see some bands.
Oh, who's your favourite?
Entire population of China.
Never seen them.
Have to take you sometime.
Right, I'll hold you to that
I
then.
won't forget.
Do you want to come and wait inside for a bit?
Yeah, it's all right.
That's all right, there's nobody in.
What's going on here then?
That's difficult to answer when we don't know what it's all about.
General inquiries.
Well, we're quite happy to help the police, but it seems to me as though we're spying on the neighbours.
Oh, not at all. I'm just asking about Wednesday night and if you happen to notice anything out of the ordinary.
Well, we're a close-knit community around here, except for the Corkills, but they haven't been here long.
Best part of a year, Harry.
Yes, but they haven't fitted in, have they? We've got a council house mentality. Not that I'm a snob. And then there's Collins. Well, they don't fit in either. Bit uppity, if you ask me.
From over the water.
I see.
Where Heather would like to be, given half a chance.
She lives between the Corkills and the Collins.
She's from Northern Ireland. Divorced, remarried, but I don't think she'll stay long.
What about the Grants?
Nice family.
With reservations. Their eldest lad's a right tearaway. And young Demon will go the same way if he doesn't get a job soon.
Oh, he's a decent lad at heart.
The other one, she's always having boyfriends in.
Well, Mrs. Grant?
No, young Karen. But I don't suppose that's an exception of the youth today.
And the parents?
Nice people.
He's a left-wing union man. She speaks to you when she wants to.
Why do you say that, Harry?
Well, she's the type of woman who asks you to look after the house, and then she gets all upset when you go and tell her what's happened.
What was going on?
I've just told you, Karen having all kinds of boyfriends in.
Only one?
It's the principle.
And you say the three next door are your lodgers?
Yeah, the two lads, they're pretty shiftless. She's all right, for a Scot. And, well, there's the other lodger, Ralph. My late wife, God rest her soul, and me, we took Ralph in when his wife died. And he's still here.
And that just leaves yourself?
Well, I like to keep myself to myself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, how about Wednesday night? Did you notice anything on the close?
Yeah, all quiet on the Western Front.
Wednesday. That was the night we had a row on either side of us.
That was Tuesday.
No, it was Wednesday. Because you wanted to go for a driving lesson and I wanted to watch something on the telly. It was definitely Wednesday.
He's right. Yeah, he's right.
A row at the Grants and a row in the rented house?
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now, remember. Why, what's going on?
Oh, well, just routine questions at the moment, sir.
Oh. Well, that happens to be my house next door, which makes me an interested party. And if there's anything going on, I want to know.
I'll bear it in mind. Do you think the two rows could be connected?
I've no reason to think so.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You thought the house was empty, didn't you?
No.
You looked sick when you realised you didn't have it all to yourself.
Don't talk soft. Anyway, why didn't you talk to her proper?
Because I can't think of anything daft enough to say to her. You going to Croxter's heyday, Ruth?
Talk like that, will you?
I don't mind going if you want.
Pack it in, Rod. Stop it! Hey, come on. What's up with you two?
Nothing.
David likes your 8-year-olds. You left school today, I know.
I've been spending money on you. I've got something really nice for you. It's going to look lovely. There, what do you think?
Oh, Mum! I'm not wearing that.
Why not? It'll suit you. It's boring.
Hey, don't be so ungrateful.
Is this really necessary?
Oh, yes, Mr. Grant, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't necessary.
She shouldn't have to go through this lot again.
Stop talking about me as if I wasn't here. Look, love, I think it might be better if you went out for a bit.
Well, out the house altogether.
I think it's for the best. Go on, I'll be all right.
Yeah, you need a break, Dad. Go on.
Yeah, well, I'll just walk down to the Swan for an hour.
Before we begin, let me say I understand.
Can I just say something before you begin? And then I won't speak again.
Go ahead.
How can you possibly understand?
Karen.
Just a minute, Mum. Do you understand what it's like to be a woman? Do you understand what it's like to be stared at just because you're between the ages 6 and 60? To be afraid of walking down a dimly lit street just because you're a woman? To be wary of taking a lift off a stranger just in case?
I try very hard to understand, miss.
Yeah, well, try as far as you can go. Because you'll never understand. Oh, and I'm not paranoid. Every day women feel uneasy just because they're women. You bear that in mind when you start asking your questions.
Shall we get going?
You sure?
Yes, I don't mind talking.
On the same night as your attack, we arrested a neighbour of yours for being drunk and disorderly. He had a scratch on his face and he can't remember much of the evening. He's being held as a suspect in your case.
Pat.
You said your attacker didn't smell of alcohol. You sure about that?
Yes. What I mean is, I'm sure he wasn't drunk. And I'm sure it wasn't Pat.
What makes you so sure?
I don't know, I just know.
How well do you know him?
He's a neighbour, I suppose. Friend.
It's hardly a reason to discount him.
There's a better reason for knowing it wasn't Pat. The man who did it wasn't like Pat.
How do you mean?
This sounds awful.
Take your time.
Pat's young, fit. He's muscular, not fat. The man who did it was podgier. Not very fat, but not... well, you know. Not Pat. I just know.
You haven't had an affair with Hancock.
I haven't had an affair with anybody.
There's more to this than you've said, though, isn't there?
You want to get yourself a proper job.
Ah, please, is a proper job.
It's great that he knows his own mind. It's a long application form, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to have a GCE in sarcasm.
Oh, you look lovely.
I look like a divvy.
You don't. Doesn't she look smashing, Billy?
She looks great.
Just like a divvy.
You just carry on filling that in.
Have you got to the part about stay-behinds in pubs yet? They probably send you on a course for that, you know.
Have you got the receipt, Mum?
Why don't you like the colour?
I don't like anything about it.
That's gratitude for you.
Oh, I made up you bought it for me, but I just don't like it.
Yeah, you better not let on your mum and dad are married. They might turn you down.
Billy!
How can I change it, Mum?
You look really smart in it.
Can appearances be deceiving?
Hey, he's only filling in the form. He sounds like a copper already.
What can I say, Bobby? Tell me to beat the hell out of you for doing it to her.
If I could, mate, I'd do it myself.
Lager, please, love. The busy's been to see you.
Yesterday. I feel awful, Bobby. I should have never let her get up and walk down that lane, you know.
I shouldn't have let her go to the pub, should I? I want you to tell me everything that happened here, Matty. Every flaming detail.
It'll hurt, Bob.
Don't I know it? I've never felt so frustrated in all my life. I want to tear someone apart, but I don't know where to start. Go on, what happened?
Well, Sheila's been too good for her own good, if you know what I mean.
Interfering in everybody else's business, eh?
Well, for want of a better expression, yeah. I mean, there was the Dinsdale thing, and me and Mo. And what a bloody fool I've been, Bobby.
This Dinsdale fella, do you think he could be favourite?
Could be. He knocks his wife about to death. But the police will have talked to him by now, I suppose.
We've just left the police in our house now, but Sheila wanted me out of the way.
Oh, it's as well, Bobby. Better let her do it her own way.
So go on, in the pub.
Well, there was me, Sheila, and Alan Jones.
You don't know for sure what the row was about?
This Matty bloke was accusing the woman of breaking up his affair with somebody. I couldn't help hearing it. He was blazing.
Well, how do you know it was an affair and not a marriage?
Because he kept talking about his wife. The bloke was off his head.
Was he drunk?
Not falling down drunk, but he'd had a bevy. The other fellow was shouting and screaming. I'm glad he didn't get in the cab.
Who was he?
I'm guessing now.
Well, go on.
I think from what I heard, his name was Alan Davis, something like that. I have a memory for names and faces.
Oh, glad to hear it. Well, go on.
So they're creating outside the pub. The woman and bloke get in the cab and want to be taken to Brookside Close.
This other bloke, this Alan, was he driving?
Probably. I'm surprised you lads didn't find him wrapped round a tree. I reckon he fancied her in the cab, And he was knocked that she was going off with the other fella.
What? You reckon they were going away together?
He'd fell for her. I don't know. I mean, perhaps he thought if he said it, it'd happen. Maybe he was just testing the water.
Tell the God's honest truth. Was Sheila and Alan Jones seeing each other? And you know what I mean?
Well, for a short while I thought they were, but I'm sure I was wrong, Bobby. Look, he fancied Sheila and she'd have nothing to do with him. You know what Sheila's like, for God's sake.
I thought I knew what she was like.
All right. So I've made a fool of myself. And I've got to pick up the pieces. But Sheila, she wasn't seeing him, Bobby. I'm sure of it.
Well, go on. Go on, what happened then?
Then he tells me he's got no money. And I might as well stop the cab. I mean, I didn't want to lose the fare, but I wasn't going to argue with him in that mood.
Hang on, this is the one called Matty we're talking about?
Yeah, he was the only one in the cab by that time. And they have this big set too. She tells me to stop, gets out, he tries to stop her. She's having none of it. Then he tells me to drive on. I drive on about 100 yards. Then he tells me to stop, and he hasn't got the money anyway.
And he gets out of the cab?
Yeah, about 100 yards further on from here.
Did he walk back to her?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't hanging about losing any more money.
Was he wearing a jacket?
Yeah, he was.
And then I carried on. I'll never forgive myself for leaving her on that road.
What's done's done, isn't it? We've just got to get on with it now. Look, I know this doesn't seem very fair on you, but I promise I'll never breathe a word of this to anybody. If you had to pick somebody else, who would it be?
If I knew that, I'd swing for them, wouldn't I?
Oh, have a go at it.
Well, it's terrible, but I've got this feeling... No, I better not, mate.
Come on, lad, if you've got an idea, out with it.
All right. Well, the fella on the spot with the motive is that Alan Jones.
Do you reckon?
Well, I don't know, Bob. You're asking me to name people. I mean, I could be way out.
Oh, why? But you could be right. Because I can't get him out of my head.
Stay calm, mate.
Oh, I am. I am. For now.